Okay, still October 28th. I went back to the grocery store, people. Like I said, I start canning or doing something when I'm under pressure. And I'm always under pressure. I'm having a nervous breakdown. This is how I cope with it. These are beef. If you can see, I vacuum sealed these ones. There's some more sausage. This is what I got today. Right? Not including what was on my last video. Right? Last video was already put away. I got 6 of these at 50% off. So $3.50 each. Pretty good. I bought a couple more of those for $2 each. And then we got some pork rib, pork rib, pork rib, pork rib, pork rib. You can see that, right? Here's just some plain up pork. We eat it. You can see all that there, all that meat. Doesn't seem like very much, but it's a fair amount. It was $86. Okay, people. So now it's October 29, 2017. We're going to do a little yard check here. And then talk about some black walnuts. Do you see those rocks? I have to empty them. My oldest daughter was filling them up to take them with her. Because she was mad, right? Because she can't stay here. It's just kind of like boils down to that, people. Right? And I don't like it because she's sick. Right? It's not right. It's not right that she's left to wander the streets because of sickness. Anyway, my youngest daughter said she was... Oh, look at that. Look what those things have done. They've budded. Ooh. That's interesting. So that's how they spread. Do you see that, people? They're like little parachutes. Anyway, my youngest daughter is going to help me. We were going to work in the basement, but my younger son doesn't want me to put up the futon. The futon that my middle daughter wanted because she didn't want the couch. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I can't please my kids. One wants no couch, wants something else. I get the futon, right? When one's moving out, I get the mattress. Then I end up giving the mattress away, right? And then look at these people fucking spying on me. I don't know what kind of bullshit is that. Right? Fucking bullshit. Bullshit society. I got the dude on the other side spying on me in the back. And I can't, you know, in my backyard. In my backyard. He doesn't spy in his own damn backyard. He spies in my backyard. So anyway.
What are you doing now?
I'm doing a video. Be quiet. I'm just doing a yard check. So anyway, I'm kind of mad now, right? Because I can't please, you know how they say, you can't please everybody all the time, right? Only some people some of the time. So this wood has to come into the garage so it can start being dried out. Obviously, I'm not pestering the board director. Oh, look. Oh, my God. I didn't even know we still had tomatoes out here. Well, these ones are coming in. And, what do you call it? I can't pester him right now because, you know, he was in that car accident, right? I'll tarp something up here. That's what the city guy wanted me to do. So I got some big black garbage bag. You'll see. I'll show you. And, oh, man, people. So fucking stressed out. Serious. You don't know. But I'm gonna have a good day. This is what my daughter does when she comes to the yard. Do you see this? I have to clean it up, right? This is where I'm afraid she's picking out my trees as they're growing. I actually put this planter pot for walnuts, but she took it over, right? So, and sometimes they sprout in here, right? That's what these are for. So actually I should get some in the ground now, which I'll have my younger daughter help me because now it's a big kerfuffle about putting up the fucking futon. So we can get on with fixing up the basement. Look at that, still nice and clear. So, I'm going to have to do, when I work on the big pond, because I have all these bricks, right? I'm going to build walls. A few walls. You know where, let's just imagine. So, like right here, you could have one as you're walking, right? You can just, there goes the camera, hold on. as you're coming down the path. Okay, so we're coming down the path. And then this wall with bricks could start here from the corner. There we go. It can be, even as high as maybe 18 inches. Not quite 2 feet. Right? By brick. So whatever that is. 10 feet, 10 inches. 18 inches high, maybe 20 inches high by maybe 10 inches wide, whatever the length of brick is. I'm figuring 5 inches in terms of length, right? So times 2 is 10, right? So 10 inches this way and 18 to 20 inches up, around. You could go as far as this even, right? And then what you would do for child safety purposes is as you build this down, you'd have it's 2 feet down with a ledge, right? Because I want fish. And then you go down to where the center of the pond is 4 feet deep, I think. And then if it's 4 feet deep at the steepest point, then it's the fish can hide from the raccoons. Otherwise, they're just going to be fish bait, like those last ones were. And then, being that I do have a raccoon problem, I would probably build a little fish hideout or something. You'd build it in as you build the pond, so that not only do they have the depth of it, but they also can scoot into something where that gives them more shelter. In the event of the raccoon does something, gets on that shelf, and then decides to go swimming. Right, because raccoons are they're pretty determined animals, and they're not being fed out here, people. So they're very hungry, and they're very destructive. Right, when it comes to killing fish and shit like that. Right, I still have to fix this, so maybe my daughter can help me do that today. What's inside of there is all our wood for crafts. Right, making musical instruments and walking sticks and carving. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm going to have my younger daughter, anyway, out here helping me with this because I'm mad about going downstairs. I'm trying to do the right thing. See, this is the sickness of my daughter. Look, this is what she does. And, what else are they supposed to do, people? Is she even dressed correctly? And Fraser Health wants me not to talk about this stuff. Right? Because it's an embarrassment to them. Because this is their health care, people, okay? This is not my health care, okay? I can't have my daughter in the house dying, okay? And then have the ambulance show up, and then Andre saying, what's going on? That's why she's not here. It's not because I don't fucking love her, or I don't want to help her. I don't want my grandson to have to go through that shit. Right? My younger daughter and I, we want to get an apartment, have some people move in, but it's going to be a hit and miss because one, we don't have any money. If one falls off the grid, right, and you're short $300 on rent, I couldn't even cover that if I wanted to. Oh, now I'm getting mad. Anyway, I don't want to get mad, so that's why I'm coming outside and have my daughter. She's lifting, and she's out of all my kids, except for my oldest daughter. She will help move things, whatever. She's a little more motivated, but because of her addiction, it throws her off, right? But when it comes to, the ones that are helping me to move things and stuff, it will be my younger daughter who will be out here today with me. Whether I'm outside, inside, doesn't matter. My other ones, they just, I don't know, complain. They complain, and you can't please none of them. And then you do what you want, Mom. So I'm going to think about the city today and maybe try and cover up a little bit of stuff over there and just follow up on the request there and tidy up in there. And we'll get to the walnuts real soon. Hold on. Okay, so before I start, I'm in the back now. And again, my younger daughter is coming. So we were just going to move things around, like get this up off, put this stuff away. Right, because I don't want the grass to die over the winter, and I don't want the wood to rot, so it needs to be put away. So she can help tidy up some stuff in here. Just as a reminder, I'm in the back, and these people like to spy on me too. Right? Like, what the fuck? I'm in my back, I got people spying over, listening and whatever they do, right? And then on that side, I have fucking people spying on me in the front. I'm like, I'm choke people. Like, what is wrong with people, man? This one I brought in the house. This is a little tomato plant. Because the board director who's in Missouri mentioned to me that, what do you call it? If I was to bring these inside as plants, they would survive over the winter. And you know what? She's correct, because I'm going to transplant this probably today and bring it back inside, and it will probably just kind of like be in a semi-dormant state over the winter, and then come spring, pop her in the ground, and she'll just bloom like a baby. Right? In terms of like poof, right? Just this one here, I'm pretty sure this is black walnut. I brought them all out of the X Club and I brought them outside. Now I'm debating whether I should put them in the greenhouse or leave them outside, because they're seedlings, they're 1 year seedlings, and I don't want them to die. So I'm just afraid to leave them outside. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know if the tomatoes are still growing. I haven't been out here for a while. Stuff like this, you can take out the seeds. Alright. That's next year. I kind of came out here and raided everything. Right, there's still some of that spinach type stuff. I see a couple of little cucumbers on there. Hey, plant check. Lots of hollies. All kinds of hollies in here. This is fig. Holly. I can't remember, people. I need to label my pots or color coordinate them. I think this is black walnut. This one's English. I know that. That one is English. No, that one is black. This one is English, because I put those two together. They were the first two that I found. So I put them together because you want to grow them together because it prevents disease, right? They protect each other. This one here, I don't know, could be a black walnut. I think I had several, but a couple of the little smouty things, they kind of died off, like these. You can see. But we'll leave it and we'll see what happens. It may look dead right now, but it probably sprout back, because this is green in here. It will probably sprout back come spring. I get thrown off, right? This is white oak. White oak. Obviously a holly. There's walnuts in there, facing the right direction, I think. Didn't sprout this year, but might sprout next year, because sometimes it can take up to 2 years, so it's just an experiment there. This is the one that we found. This is an English walnut, I would think. I don't know, I didn't see what shell it came out of, but just by the color of the bark, it looks like it's an English walnut. And this is where Andre and I found, all these little trees growing, right? And we dug them up and we brought them home. This was one of them, you can see right there. So more than likely it came from the plant that was there that somebody had already dug up, and because it will sprout itself down in the root system, it did that, and there you go. So we'll see if that catches. I don't know what that is. Probably a white oak. That's that thing that I thought was a black walnut, but it's not. So it could be my neighbor's tree. Another holly. Look at this. I'm like full of hollies. I don't know. This is a walnut of something, I would think. Hold on. And here's this one that had 6 shoots. You can see there's 1, 2. There's another one there. I don't know what will happen with this. We'll see what happens. It had 6, right? And then white oak. Obviously raccoons looking for nuts. And then holly all up in there. Lots of holly. And then here's another holly. And here's another holly. We'll have a little yard sale with holly plants next year, maybe. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm in the greenhouse, and I'm telling you, if this greenhouse was heated, these things would still be growing. But it's not heated, so it is what it is. See, it's still growing. I took them down because I didn't want them on the vine as they were dying due to the cold. Not because the plants were deficient. It was just because it's cold. Here's another one. Right? And then they start changing. The fruit starts to rot, right? When it's too cold. If it's not ready. I seen another one over here. Here it is. This one's growing. Oh, it smells like tomato plants in here. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, hold on. Hell yeah, my younger daughter can come out here and help me with this. And then, maybe I'll get her to pull beets. Oh, that'll be fun. She'll like that. Never did that in her life. As she's pulling beets, I'll just tidy up in here. I have to fix this compost. So as she's pulling beets, spraying them down for me, getting them ready, I'll come in here with my pallet, you can see, and I'll just get it ready to start doing something. And maybe my son this week can help me finish it off. There's parsnips. These are beets. So I don't want things to freeze. I want the leaves. You know, I want the food, right? So if she pulls them out, sprays them down, shakes them off, puts them in a big bowl, and then puts them in the fridge downstairs so I can get to them the next day or two, that would be great, right? Same thing with those things. And while she's doing that, I can do that quickly and just tidy up in here a bit, right? You know, maybe I should try and get that compost done, because look at this, people. This is disgusting. It all needs to go into the compost, right? So, but this got good dirt in here. Oh my, look at this dirt. It's beautiful dirt. Oh, I don't want to be digging with dirt though. See, it's all gonna go back. I was sorting through it, right? And then the city was starting to bug me. And I had to drop this, and I had to work in the back. Which is fine. It's done with now, but still. Look, there's a tomato right there. Oh, tomatoes everywhere still. Perfectly fine. Look at that, people. If you were hungry, you'd eat it. And now we're in the X Club / greenhouse painting room. And this one here really should be transplanted. So maybe I'll take this out. There's actually two of them. One snuck itself in. That's the Norway maple, which is good for mulching. Right. And then there's these little guys. I don't know whether they're going to come back or not. It's hard to say. 1 year white oak and 2 year white oak. I really love this little plant. And I noticed that white oak doesn't need a lot of potting space. Right? It's almost like a little bonsai. It's quite happy in here, really, when you look at it. Doesn't that look like a happy plant? Okay, so I don't know. This is what I got to do. And the purpose of this video is 30 of these babies, after they're washed and husked, I'm just bringing them outside and putting them in there for now to keep the raccoons out of them. I don't want them in the house because it takes a while to do this. I'm going to have to sit there in the bathroom on a stool or something at night, because normally I stand, and just like do a whole bunch because they're ready, right? And then, what do you call it? But in the meantime, I'm going to put them in here and store them in here as I'm working on them. I got about 400 left to go. Oh, freaking hornets. And 30 of them from a project that I'm starting to work on, assuming that everything goes fine. 30 of those babies in there are going to go to South America to a herbatorium. I don't think I'm pronouncing the word correctly, but the person that's receiving them wants to grow some black walnut trees. And because they're higher up in the mountains, it will be a little colder, so in terms of adaptability from, Okay, we know my camera doesn't work correctly. Anyway, in terms of the nut adapting to its environment, right, where it has to have cold temperatures within its growing cycle, if you go higher up into the mountains, you know, depending on the region, they do get colder, right? So the temperatures get colder. So there's a higher probability that even though this nut is going for so far away, it would still survive, right? Because you're starting it off as a seed. So it's being conditioned from the get-go. That's the theory. Hold on. Okay, people. So there's always a detour, right? So that detour for the day, because I've been meaning to do this for months now, is I'm just going to repair that compost box. Because I need it, right? I need it for that kind of stuff. There's food scraps and whatnot. And the leaves are coming, and you've seen all those buckets over there. So hold on. Okay. So, as it turns out, my younger daughter is not feeling well, so that means I'm out here by myself. So that's fine. I am going to work on the compost, because I need that. I need that to put stuff as I'm cleaning the yard. And while I'm out here, I'm going to work on getting these babies in the ground. Hold on.
It's recording.
Yeah? Okay.
You tell the story now.
No, you tell the story.
No, you.
I'm outside with who?
Maury?
Amari. Yeah. Amari, my little grandson. I got 2 little grandsons. One named Andre and one named Amari. What is this? Do you remember what tree this is?
No.
In Norway maple.
Norway maple?
Mm-hmm. That's Norway maple.
Yep.
Shall we show Amari the Norway maple? Look, Amari. Huh?
Mhm.
What is that? Oh, is he looking?
Mhm. He's kind of opening his mouth.
Yeah.
He's touching it.
Yes, he is.
Well, what do you do?
Looking.
No. Actually, we're having free cousins.
Pardon me?
We're having free.
What?
Free cousins.
3 cuts? No. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's okay. Auntie Tisha too. But
You forgot about her.
well, that one hasn't come yet.
Yeah.
We only got you and Amari. Are you paying
Yeah.
attention or? No, you're not.
Sorry. I'm just tired.
Uh-oh, firecracker.
What's a firecracker?
Halloween. How many days?
2 days, people.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you know what's and do you know how and do you know what that was, people? That was a firework. That's fireworks.
Show them the flags.
I showed them right now.
Huh?
I showed them right now.
All right, people. Let me advance.
Now, what about the raccoons? What they did to your grass?
Over here, you can come show them. Look what the raccoons are doing, people. Show them right here. Zoom in. Say raccoon.
Raccoon.
Right here too. Raccoon.
Raccoon.
Are you showing them?
Yeah, raccoon.
Yeah, we'll make sure they can see it.
I can't see it.
It's too far away, that's why. Bring it back. Look at the There you. Look what the raccoons are doing. Digging up my grass. As if Grandma's got lots of grass.
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, and there's
Yeah,
a little
show them
one.
that one too. Yeah.
Looks like almost like a wormhole now.
Yeah, no, that's raccoons. All right, you can turn it off.
Why?
It's done.
Okay, people.
You have to make sure it's recording.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then.
Okay, people. So I'm back. I'm just. Yeah, that was something. Firecracker, I guess. But actually, they're fireworks. Trick or treating is coming. After tomorrow, it's coming right now.
Yep.
Well, one more day and that's it.
Yep.
And that's after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we just have all these tomatoes.
Hey, don't move the camera so fast because it just whips.
What?
Move slower. You have to give time for the lens to maybe bring it out, pan it out. Pan it out. It's too close. Pan them out. Yeah.
People so. That's just that. Somebody's busy around in here, people. I don't know what that is. So, now it's just going to take Marty for a walk. What are we working on? Now, there's recording.
Yeah. What are these?
You tell the story.
They're beets. He's just mad because his uncle hasn't come and got him yet. He wants to go downstairs and go do some math and go on the computer. That's what it is.
But I just want to go now.
Yeah, he's just had a shower. Give him a chance. Okay, look at that. Look at that. These are nice beets, people. Look at this. Okay, you can turn it off, please, Andre. Okay?
I don't want
Thank you. Turn it off.
I don't want to turn it off.
Just turn it off. I'm not even going to use that one. Turn it off. You're just miserable.
No, I'm not.
Just turn it off.
I'm not miserable. No. So not miserable. No.
Okay, people. So I'm like really choked here, right? With these people spying into my yard. Like, it's one thing, people, like, I don't have a camera set onto somebody's yard 24/7 watching who's coming and going out of their house. Literally. Or what they're doing in their backyard. Okay, this guy over here, he's got a camera that is directly pointed to my backyard, all right? Because I know for a fact, people, it was those people next door who called MCFD. Okay? It's not that hard to fucking figure it out. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if his landlord isn't trying to put him up to it too. Because these people that own these houses, they want this house. Because if they buy this house, if they can muscle my landlords into selling, and they buy this house, like I said, it's a block thing. They're not happy with just one house. They want the whole fucking block. Right? And then, you know, 7 years later, all of a sudden, out of the blue, I've got now somebody spying in my front yard. I've got them spying directly into my backyard, watching me doing what I'm doing, listening to what I'm saying, listening to my conversations, video recording it. Just, you know, like, come on, people. I don't make this shit up. All you have to do is go into my videos and you'll see it. Right? And now I've got people in the front spying with a camera into my yard, watching every single move that I'm doing. It's one thing going into the alley, videotaping somebody's garbage behind their fence, and then going home and never thinking about them again till 3 years later when you want to bring up the subject that the same garbage is still sitting behind the same fence. Which, by the way, they did remove most of it now. Right? I mean, it took them 5 years to do it, but it's gone, okay? But it's not like I have a fucking camera on that piece of property behind that fence 24/7 waiting for some kind of movement or to hear something. So I can, what are they talking about? It's like, it's bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. Like, I'm so choked. I'm trying not to be paranoid in my own yard, right? You know, is he looking at my ass because my ass is down to the ground, right? And I'm like, my back is faced that way. Like, you know, like, serious. So I just wanted to say that. So what I'm doing here I'm taking this nice weather because it's getting cold, right? So I don't want these things to frost up on me and die. Because food is food. And what I'm doing is I'm taking off whatever, dead leaves, and I am going to process this stuff very, very soon. I'm just giving it a quick rinse and then I'll wash it again when I get it inside in the sink, right? I guess this is the detour. I am working my way towards the compost, but I have to move the screen there. So before I can move the screen, I kind of have to move the vegetables. So that's what I'm doing. So those are the little ones that didn't really grow. But because us Ukrainians like to eat the leaves, I'm just going to freeze them. And then, it's not much, but it's something. Something more than I had before. And I don't know if you can eat the leaves. You probably can. The leaves would probably be very good for soup. Or something like that. Look at that. That's a lot of leaves. So before I check out the leaves, I'm going to look online and see if you can eat parsnip leaves, because this is what this is. These are parsnips. But there's more leaf than there is parsnip. So I am going to wash all that and get it ready for processing, including the leaves. And then we got a whole bunch of these, as you can see, to do. And I got another half. I got another bundle like this. So, as I'm being spied on in my own yard, people. Like I said, it's one thing doing a sweep, making a reference to something, you know. It's another thing when somebody's literally fucking spying on you 24/7. Before, this is what it looks like before. And that is after. Oh, can't really see me. Hold on a minute. Give me a rock. Maybe a rock will do. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's a little better. Anyway, what I'm doing here, people, is I'm just taking out some weeds. Having panic attacks. Seriously, I'm having serious panic attacks because I know that these people with their fucking cameras, like, people just got a lot of nerve these days. You know, it's bad enough I got energy weapons going through my yard from fucking cops and shit like that. Because I have videotape of it, people. I have videotape of Project Bluebeam. I have videotape of some fucking energy bill just going over here. I have something going through the front there, right? You know, I mean, you can't control that stuff, right? And then you know your neighbors come along and they're looking for any little excuse, you know, to cause trouble, right? Because the homeowners want the house or whatever, right? So anyway, I did plant a little bit of beets in here, but they didn't really grow, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean this out, get it ready for winter. There's some kale plants in here, so I'm going to try and, I got some pine needles and stuff around here, right? So I'm going to clean this out, and then I'm going to put pine needles or whatever around these existing kale plants so they don't really die off over the winter, right? Because they won't die off. They live for 2 years and then they kind of go into some funky stage, but I'll show you after I'm done, right? I'm just like, I'm just feeling disgusted with everything though, you know? Because, I don't got fucking cameras in people's yards 24/7 taking notes. I mean, there should be a law against that, right? But what you gonna do, right? People live in a paranoid society now, right? watching for homeless people is just the excuse to spy on other people. That's all it is, people. It's just an excuse. Like I said, that guy next door doesn't work. He doesn't do fuck all. Just sits around all day. Alright. My son says, oh, well, you don't let it bother you, right? He's not watching you. Yeah, okay, Markine, you're not out here. Alright. I do all this work, and because, again, nobody's helping me, it's going to take longer, as usual, right? Well, I can't really fix that compost pile until I empty out the dirt, because it's good dirt. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting the beds ready to bring in the dirt for the compost pile. And then I'll build the compost and then throw everything back in. What are you doing? There's my son wanting some stuff to cook. Right? Because I've been bringing home all these groceries, right? So, I bring them home, but I don't always necessarily have time to cook them. Right? Because, I'm processing them for storage. He's making dinner, so that's nice. Right? Well, these people next door think I'm being a negligent grandma. Right? Obviously, it really bugs me, people. You can see that, right? Kind of takes the fun out of your yard. That's why they do it. Right? They don't want you to be happy because they're miserable themselves. They're not happy with their own fucking life, right? So, really, I should be paying attention to what I'm pulling out here. So maybe I should get offline and then I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute what I'm doing. Hold on. So now I'm going to take dirt. From the compost over there, because I have to empty out the compost completely before I can start adding in the new stuff, because that's been there since 2010, right? So it's time to use it. So I'm just going to take a layer, sprinkle it on this, and then make everything nice and straight, pat it down, and then I think I have a bucket of pine needles that I'm just going to throw on top, and that should probably protect the plants over the winter. And then, as you can see, right, put that down, going to dig those into the ground, clean up that one, the same principle, take dirt from the compost, start filling up these. Hold on. Okay, so it's October 30th, 2017. As you can see, they're ready, and some of them are in there already. So, same idea, going to bag them up and freeze them whole. Okay, people, so here's those beet leaves. That's what I'm working on right now. I'm just chopping them up into little bits and pieces. What you do is you just grab them by like that. Grab a handful. Have everything going the same way. Right. Take them to a plate, put them down, start chopping, put them in a bowl, put them in a bag, put them in the freezer. Take out the bag, put it in boiling water. If you want to add spinach so it's not so beady, you can do that. Okay, so that's it. 16. And a little one. So, you put them in borscht, which is beet soup. Or boil them up with another green, or eat them as is, boiled, butter and a bit of vinegar and salt. It's really good. And then look what Andra and I got today. A whole bunch of holly trees. That's full of holly trees, people. I have to plant those. Okay, so for someone that makes $75,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year to destroy other people's lives. I know it doesn't seem like much, but for someone like me that's at $7,000 a year, $39,000 in debt, having their character defamed, having their nonprofit trashed to the side because the white-collar criminals don't want to get caught for the crimes that they perpetrate on society because they make $150,000 of taxpayers' money to commit those crimes, to prop up those systems that provide that kind of income along with those benefit packages, superannuation life insurance policies that Uncle John warned us. I don't want a superannuation life insurance policy because if I have a superannuation life insurance policy, my family will come into your house and they will rip your house apart, Judy, looking for that superannuation life insurance policy. Let that superannuation life insurance policy fade away at the age of 65, and then this way we can live in peace. Yeah, right, people. So much for peace, eh? So, for those ones, 75,000 and up, I know it doesn't mean much. For the ones that are struggling, this is how you do it.